Discussing disc golf. Another top 5 video. This is top 5 discs for beginners that are fairways. We're also going to cover best fairways for intermediate, but we're going to start with the beginners. All right. Number 1, the Crave. Very sad because I have another Crave that's a glow Crave that I just realized I lost. Left it somewhere. Makes you sick to your stomach. You guys know what I'm talking about. I mean, this is great, but I went to go pull the Crave out of my bag because it's glow, and not that that matters, but the different plastics can fly a little bit differently. I never compared it directly to the regular Crave, but great fairway for beginners. 6.55 glide, -1.1. A little bit right, a little bit left. Pretty straight. 6.5, just it's a great size rim. I actually use it a lot where I would normally use a mid-range. Great disc. All right, next is a Drift. Now this one's not in my bag, but I've thrown a different one before, which got eaten by a lake. All right. This is when I died. The Drift. I'm not sure. This is a 7, 5 or 6 glide, and it's, I think it's a -2.1. If you throw it flat, the 7-man, it'll go a long way straight and it move right instead of dipping right. It just moves right. Left. This Drift. Great fairway for beginners. All right, another one. Cicada. I mean, check out it's green and see-through. Talk about losing a disc. 7, 6, glide, -1.1. Straight flyer. Lots of glide. Will go forever. It is a good disc. I'm so afraid of losing it. I have other discs in the bag that do that. All right. Cicada. All right, continuing with the fairways for beginners. Brave. Is it Royal Plastic, I guess? It's a Latitude 64. 7, 6, -1.2. So this will come a little bit back left further than some of these others that are 1.1.1. It's 2. These are all -1. They'll move a little bit, but this is going to come back a little bit more. This is a good disc. That glide, that 6, caused me to overthrow some stuff because you get excellent distance out of this. But that's as an intermediate. So as a beginner, this would be money. Get one. Kind of hard to find. Another great beginner disc is the Hawkeye. It is 7.5, -1.1. So that's still good glide, still a straight flyer. This one happens to be just, the feel of it is amazing. It's smooth. It's just, I've never thrown it on a forehand. I only throw this one on back, but it goes so straight. Even for intermediate arm, I can imagine beginner arm, you probably get a right and left out of it. The S curve, you hear people talk about. All right. Those are 7 speeds. These are 8, but still really good discs for beginners. And I know most beginners can't throw it at 8 speed. I did a separate video on beginners mid-ranges. Look it up. Those are some great discs to start with. And putters, it really doesn't matter. You're a beginner. Just get one that feels good for you. But if you want to throw, I use the example of a couple of buddies of mine. If you've played baseball in the past or any other throwing sports and you know how to weight, balance, and shift, and you can get away with throwing a little higher speed disc. Anyway, Jackalope. I love this print. This is a mint disc, Eternal Plastic. This used to be on my bag for a very long time. long story, it's replaced by the Falk now, which is going to be in a separate video for my 9 and 10 speeds, or maybe 9 to 11, 9 and 10, because it's not a distance driver. Those 9s and 10s is a unique spot. Anyway, so it does the same thing as this, except it goes further. But I'll talk about that in another one. This feels really good. This is 8.6, -2.1, I believe. So if you throw it flat, it will move right, back, left. If you want to get it on a turnover, like an Anheuser, I'm not great at those. And I finally figured out why. I need to, and that's because when I was letting it go, I was getting the Anheuser that I needed, but there's so many things you're working on your form. I was a little bit nose up. So once it gets out there, it gets held up. And so if you throw it where the nose is supposed to be, the Anheuser, it will do what it's supposed to. Does that make sense? Okay, jackalope. And Essence, this has gone in and out of my bag for beginner to now. The Essence is great. Not just for turnovers, but you can just get really good distance. You throw it really hard on a little bit of hyzer. You hear the term hyzer flip. This will do that awesomely. It's an 8.6, -2.1. So it'll turn right and come back left. But if you give it some hyzer, then what we'll do, instead of turning right and left, it'll flip up to straight and go forever. Because the glide of 6, then it will come back left. One of my favorite discs, Essence. So this is another one that can go with you from beginner to intermediate. All right, that's my beginners, fairways. All right, now for intermediate. Well, in addition to a couple of these that I mentioned that can grow with you. These probably going to be too stable for beginners. Then again, you know, there's so many factors. There's torque and all right, the iDog. 7.5.52. I know it's not pronounced that way. I looked it up once on iDoga. I think that's right. I just call it iDog. K1 grind plastic, Castoplast. I'm really falling in love with Castoplast stuff now. I just ordered a Castoplast mystery box 7, so that could come tomorrow, the next day. But this flies great. The 0.52, it's probably about a 1 and a 2 now, so it will go a little right. But this has enough stability that you can still throw it on a forehand and it won't turn over. But that 7-speed rim. Tell me I'm wrong, someone, that this is not the best feeling disc in the world. All right, this is a mold that every company has, 7502. This particular one is an Athena. But gosh, there's the T-Bird is a 7502. The Cookie, Instinct. What else? Explorer. That's the first 7502 mold I threw. Great mold. Anyway, the Athena. This is I dyed it for my dog. R.I.P. Stella. All right. This is a great disc for intermediate because you can, it's a bit of a wind fighter. You can throw it really hard into wind. And as long as you don't get it nose up, it will go a long way. It won't really turn over. It'll just go left. Like, it's also a really good forehand. As long as you get good flick on it. Like, if you release it right. There's a reason why 7502 is such a popular disc. It's a great, the depth, everything feels great about it. And all those ones I listed, the Cookie probably was the smoothest feeling on the bottom. I lost it in the mountains of Utah. Very sad. Instinct, Athena, T-Bird, they all feel the same. Like I said, the only difference was the Cookie was a little smoother. And they're hard to find here in Texas, man. But they're just such a good, if you're out there and you're You're past the beginner stage, you think, get one of these. These are, heck, you can even throw them as a beginner if you really want. They're just not really going to get the distance you want. Go out and dump left, but man, these are, I can't read enough about them. And another great fairway, more for the intermediate player than beginner, is the Eagle. This is Champion Plastic Eagle at 7.4, so less glide than all these. -1, 3. So it's more stable. It will go out and it will go left, but it will go right. It starts with a 1 instead of 0.5, and oh. You can throw it as hard as you can, and it won't turn over. It's a great disc. Also good for forehand, but that 4 glide, at least this disc, it feels like it should be higher. It feels like it should be at least a 5, like these other. Because when I throw this, it doesn't go to the ground. It holds that air bubble under for a while. So I don't know. And that is the end of my list for fairways, for more for the intermediate as opposed to beginner. Fairways are the prime part of my bag. Watch my in the bag video, and half of them are fairways. I bag most of these because they do different stuff for me. All right. Comment if I missed one, if you disagree, agree, whatever. And see you on the next one.